segment brought to you by Polaris.
Yeah, brought to you by the 550 fam.
Hello YouTube, Ryan here, more toys, more noise, and I got another video for you. I was out on a little ride last week and this thing started just darting all over the place, so I called up Jeremy and we got it in the shop here at JT's, trying to figure out what's going on with it, and I think we found the culprit here. We got the carbide broken and sticking out the side of the ski. So that's kind of where we're going to start. I love this place. Got my sled in here. Time to mess around.
What's going on back here?
Hey!
Who let Ryan in the place? Looks
Oh.
like we need to do some maintenance on this Arctic Cat.
Oh, sorry man, I let myself in, you know. I just figured with these shades I can go anywhere I want.
Well, it is nice, so it's time to work on the Arctic Cat.
Oh yeah.
All right, well, since it's in, it's thawed out, it's ready to do some work.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
What
don't
should we
know.
start with? Steering problems?
Steering issues is why I brought it here, yeah. Like Jeremy said, I brought this sled in because I was having handling issues. So that being said, where are we going to start? Or what do you recommend? Where do we start for handling issues?
Well, I think first things first, we got to check out the carbides, make sure your carbides are good, and then go from there, kind of look into your suspension setup, and then kind of make adjustments. Maybe find a ground zero, set her up from there.
For sure. And would you recommend someone who bought a brand new sled? Is there adjustments that everybody should make with a sled that's just never been touched before, or maybe buying a used sled?
The reality is most of the guys buying a new sled at a dealer get their sled out of the crate. They're PDI prepped,
Yeah.
but they're also just set up for very generic riding.
Yeah.
And as experienced riders come, you get to feel a little bit different. You know what you want in a sled. Setting up your sled with the proper suspension adjustments makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Like different riding styles, different weight, size of riders.
100%.
Not everybody rides
And
the same.
there is some amazing professional shops out there that do nothing but suspensions all day.
Yeah.
Here, we work on all brands of stuff. We work on all types of jobs. Reality is I think we're going to try to find ground zero with your sled and show what you can do the same way at home people can do in their garages and set themselves up in order to get their sled as close as they can.
Yeah.
If you really want the next level, you got to invest in professional suspension shop.
For sure. But this will kind of help people just kind of get
100%.
Get a good
And get us to where you need to be, right? See how it makes any type of tuning where you get a little bit better performance out of your sled is what we're all here to do.
For sure. And today we're here to address some issues that I've been having. So if we get those corrected today, then that's a win. We're going to start by checking the carbides. Got some new Woody's dualies here, 6-inch dually carbides. On the Curve XS skis, we're going to do carbides, and then after carbides, we're going to check all the suspension. And I've kind of messed around with this sled over the years, so I think I just want to bring it back to baseline and kind of get it handling as good as it can. So we're going to, do some adjustments. We'll show you that, take it back to base, and kind of tweak it from there and see what we can get. That will cause some issues right there. You can see it's kind of bent. The new dually right there beside it. Oh yeah, if you're looking for the part number right there. If you have curves, or I believe these fit C and A's too, I believe. We got the new one on. We put it on the ski there, so now we're just gonna tighten it up. Give it a final tighten with your ratchet, and good to go. Now on to the next. So we got a bit of a surprise. Went to take out the carbide on the other ski, and
Well, this is what we found, exactly like the other side. So I don't know if I hit, you know, train tracks, not sure, but they're both broke. So clearly that's going to cause a lot of handling issues. So what I want to say with that is if you are having handling issues, the first thing you might want to check out is your carbides, and then obviously tackle suspension after that. So we got new carbides on both skis. It's ready to rock. Now we're gonna go around, check the suspension, and bring it to base setup and go from there.
Yeah. Dude, both carbides were broken in half.
Well, it might be part of the cause for steering problems.
It's an Arctic cat thing.
I think it's an operator thing, Ryan.
Yeah. I forgot the pit vipers, but that's my bad. You know, I was hung up on broken carbides.
We're going to get started with basically we're going to get you to use those muscles, lift this heavy 4-stroke up a little bit, and then we're going to let it rest. And we're going to measure basically the distance in what that travel is. Yeah. And what we're looking for is somewhere between 1.5 inches and 2 inches.
Okay, so 1.5 inches, 2 inches. And is this known as sag, or is this what is it?
It's essentially that's what term, you know. That term more commonly used on the back.
On the back, okay.
But definitely something that you know you're looking at. You're basically lifting up the suspension, releasing the pressure off, and then you're just letting it settle
under its own.
Yeah, so I'm going to run the measuring tape, Ryan.
Okay, and I'm going to
You're going to use the muscle.
Okay.
All right.
All right, here we
So
go.
let's start here. We'll pick a point.
I wish I would have bought a 600 2-stroke. We're doing this in a backbreaker. Hey, are we good? Hold on.
Lift her up and settle her down. So right now you're getting about 1.25 inches.
Yeah.
I think we're going to need to do some shock adjustments.
Okay.
And then what we'll do is we're gonna loosen these up a little bit to get a little more play in the front end.
Okay. So what are our viewers at home going to need for this?
Well, basically that's a shock adjustment wrench.
Yeah.
So not everybody has one of these in their toolbox. So reality is you can purchase this for a reasonable price.
Yeah.
There is a ton of them available. Your regular sled shop can get them for you. Or I'm sure there's online websites and that sort of thing.
Worst case scenario, can you use some channel locks?
You definitely can. You want to be very cautious when doing that. One of the things, sometimes you'll want to take maybe a flat screwdriver and a little hammer just to crack them loose before you start channel locking.
Sure.
But the reality is the right tool for the job is always the best way. But if all you got at home is channel locks, you know what, you can.
Okay, so you know, invest in the proper tool. If not, use what you got if you're in a bind.
Correct. So you crack the locking ring loose, and then what you're going to do is you're going to adjust basically the nut for better sake, and you want to do it equally on both sides.
Surprising. I thought it might have been more than enough, but it didn't move that much.
So you can measure from the top here down to the bottom ring and make sure that is the same on both sides.
You got her.
Okay, and then and once you do your adjustments, then we're back to lifting the sled, right, and comparing.
Exactly. Right. So now that we've done some adjustments, let's give it another measure.
Okay,
and we'll see how we made out here. And up, and down, and up, and down, and up. No, just kidding. Okay, so we got about 2 inches.
This is what sweat.
We've got about 2 inches now in our adjustments.
Okay,
so
and
we want to relock your retaining ring on both sides. Make sure you're even on both sides, and I think we're there.
Awesome. So now we've taken care of the front. So I guess we're moving to the back of the sled.
Yeah. So I think the next part we want to do is what we're going to do is we got our lift here. We're going to lift the sled up so we get a little better view.
Yeah.
And we'll get underneath and show what we're talking about.
Okay. Before we get in there, I just want to tell you guys I bought a dual rate spring for the front of the rear skid from High Gear.
You know, I heard really good things about them, just improved ride quality, so I wanted to give it a shot. Anyway, I put that in over the summer. I'll show you guys that spring if you can see that in there. I don't know if you can see that, yeah.
Now, when you put it in, you found that you put it into factory settings.
Yeah.
But you wanted something a little bit stiffer,
sure,
is what you were thinking, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So what did you guys do?
So factory settings was a fairly loose condition. You know, it was holding the spring, but I was able to really, you know, move it back and forth. So it was on the looser side, and I just found, you know, it just wasn't really soaking up the bumps as much as I would have liked it to. So what we did is we went six turns on it just to put a little bit more pressure on that spring. We tightened the adjusting nut here 6 turns to tighten that spring up, and I think it's going to be right where I want it to be for my riding style. But I guess we won't know until we try it out. Is that where we're at, or anything to add to that, Jeremy? What do you think?
Well, I think we should basically set it down, check the back. You're wanting to set your sag in the back. 3/4 of an inch is a good number for somebody that wants to ride aggressive.
Yeah.
Obviously, the more you get back there, the smoother the ride's going to be. So let's check out where your sled's at. Let's get that final setup done. And I see you're at the medium settings on here, which is factory settings to your weight.
Yeah.
On the triangular blocks on the back here. So I think we're sitting probably pretty good to go give it out a couple of tests out in the field.
The fun part.
Exactly.
Yeah. Jeremy built a big jump for us to really test it out tonight there. So.
Tonight, Ryan wanted to do about a 70-foot kicker, so we'll see if he mans up and hits it.
This is the gear you need right here.
That's right. We're 1998 HJC helmet, LS AirTech 2.
But it's all
gloves.
Yeah.
Borrowed from Brad over here. I'm gonna put my Pit Vipers on in a minute. And we are gonna get out there and test this thing.
Let's see the flake on that helmet though.
It's
that's
some
nice.
Pure
Oh yeah,
red metal flake.
That's beauty. All right, Jeremy's gonna test it out here.
Where's the shifter to put it in gear?
Oh, we're in trouble.
All right, I think we're okay. On the skis,
Yeah.
Your back end has a little bit of play in it. You kind of feel it coming around the corners. It's definitely wanting to plant when you're going around. You're not getting that inside ski lift. I think you're going to have to try it, Ryan, and see what you think.
Try her out. All right. Here we are testing out the sleds after the carbides and suspension adjustment. Got the ZR and the Phaser 500. I'm trying that bad boy out right now. She's pretty nice. So we're headed back to the shop. Huge difference. Sled seems to be riding way better, handling better, obviously with the new carbides. What do you think, Jer? Feels good so far?
Yeah, I think it handles quite a bit better than it was before.
Okay.
It's not pushing in the corners.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. It feels really good. It's still got that fun factor too, right? You know?
Exactly.
It's great. So happy with that, and we'll see you back at the shop. All right, guys, we're back at the shop. Just want to say I'm super happy with the way my sled's riding and handling. I really hope this video helped you out to set up your sled at home, set up that suspension, get your sled handling just right. And if you like the video, just hit that like button. And if you're not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.